Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. So today I have a book haul, a short one, and a recent reads video. I read a lot this past week. I read 8 books. One's a manga and one's a graphic novel, but I still read them. Good with pretty much all of them. I did read on script. I did listen to on script, but I followed along in the book when I could. These are all the books I read. So let's get into it. Oh, I hope it doesn't fall. Okay, first is Love and Focus by Yoko Nogiri. She thick. This is a reread, and I loved it as much as the first time I read it. It's cute. I like the build up, and it's just cute. Then I read Poison Ivy Thorns by by Cody Keplinger and illustrated by Sarah Kippen. I liked the illustrations and I liked the story. It was interesting. Her dad is messed up. No ma'am, no sir. So next we are going to start off with a very hyped up book that I feel like everybody has read except me until now, and it is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is my first Colleen Hoover book. I think I have another one by her. I'd have to check my collection of books, but I understand the hype. I do. I gave this a 4. I will read the second one when it comes out in October, and I want to see what happens because the ending was just, I want to know what happens because I feel like it's gonna get crazy. Just saying. Then I read The Silent Patient and The Maidens by Alex. I'm not even gonna attempt to say his last name because I know I'm gonna butcher it. But I gave this a 3.5 and I gave this a 4. Everybody loved this. Didn't really like this. Opposite. I'm the opposite. I'm the oddball. I really didn't like this. I feel like this one was like, it wasn't shocking. It wasn't like, wow, I didn't see that coming either. I don't know if that makes sense. But I figured it out closer to the end. It took a turn. It did. But did it like shock me? No. You could kind of, I feel like you could kind of tell where it was going because it was the two perspectives. It was, yeah. Was it 2 perspectives? I don't remember. But either 2 perspectives or 2 timelines. I feel like you could, and now that we're on that, I think it was timelines or whatever. I don't remember it. I think it was timelines, but correct me if I'm wrong. But in one aspect of it, I did not like the back and forth of it. Like, it felt like we got more into the personal aspect of things, and I'm like, what does this have to do with the patient? And then I was just like, oh, it makes sense. So yeah, it took me a minute, but like, even then I was like, it is okay. Probably an unpopular opinion, but now this one, I gave it a 4. It is interesting. I really liked the story. It was interesting. It had Greek mythology in it, which was really interesting to me. And overall, it was just, I found it more intriguing than The Silent Patient. Let's just put it at that. Then I read The Collective by Alison Galen. I gave this a 4. Yeah, I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It was really interesting. I was like, It really shows how far someone will go to get their revenge or seek vengeance in a way. It was interesting. It was a read. It was a read for sure. One thing I was like, whenever she was saying that she wouldn't lie to her partner, and I was just thinking, I was just like, she's been lying to this man since he joined the group. What do you mean you don't want to lie to him? You've been doing that. So that's one thing that really struck me. I was like, it makes no sense. But it was a good read. It was a fun, interesting, kind of dark read. But I did enjoy it. And then we have Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Bart. And I think I give this a, what did I give this? A 3.5? 4? 4. I don't remember. But it was an interesting read. It's giving very much small town vibes, for sure. The ending really took me for a loop. Not so much the ending, more so towards the end, we find out some family secrets. And it's like, it makes sense why X did this and Y did this. And it goes kind of full circle. So I also didn't expect the person that did the thing to be the one to do the thing. Now that was a turn. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Okay, and lastly we have These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I've heard mixed feelings about this book, but I personally really enjoyed it. It's a Romeo and Juliet retelling, but what I did like was that it was more about the fantasy action aspect of it than romance, you know? Because, like, you know, Romeo and Juliet books that I've read are pretty much more romance based than anything from the jump. But this one, it's slowly, like, in the middle, like, not even in the middle, like, towards the end, it was getting more into the romance. So, yeah, that's what I liked about this book. And the way it ended, I'm definitely getting the second book. And I don't know if I said this, but I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. So now we are in the book haul portion of this video. I went to Barnes & Noble a week ago and I got some books. So I'm going to get this, so I'm going to take them out because this is very loud. So be right back. Okay, so here are the books I got. First, I got Long Queen by Sherry Earnshaw. I love Jack and Sally, so I had to get that. And then we have Very Dark, an anthology of folk horror by Tori Bovalino. I'm not gonna lie, the cover, drew me in, and that's why I got it. So Chloe Gong is featured in this, so that'll be interesting. So and it's a short read, so why not? We have Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. Olivia recently recently read this on her most recent reading vlog, so I haven't watched it because I want to read this before I watch it because I don't want any spoilers. Fairly short book as well, so I should be able to finish this in a couple of days. And lastly, we have Together We Burn by Isabella Ibanez, and I'm pretty sure this is a romance and fantasy. Ooh, it has dragons. Ooh. Okay. She's a flamenco dancer. And we have a famous dragonador. Haven't heard that before, but that's interesting. Interesting, it has dragons. It's got romance, it's got fantasy. Again, the cover drew me in, but I read the praise and the synopsis, and I was like, let's try it out, because this is definitely not in my area of books I usually read. The most I've read that has dragons in it is The Hobbit. So yeah, interested to see what this is about. So those were my recent reads and a little mini book haul. Yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you picked up any books lately, let me know down in the comments what books you recommend, what you've recently read, anything like that. I would love to hear it in the comments, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.